Now that I've thoroughly prepared myself by looking at my sister's ridiculous Snapchat story, constantly complaining about being a barista, the job she loves, that she hates, I am thoroughly prepared now to just spew nonsense at you, now that I have been properly inspired. So without further ado, see? I'm already on it. Without further ado, intro! Did you play it yet? Good evening from Korea. That's my favorite instrument. It's the only one I can play. Technically, that's percussion. Fun fact. I'm probably incorrect. Anyway. We are the champions, my friends. Let's stop it with the nonsense and get into the nonsense. Started off the day, let's see, woke up before the alarm. That's an important distinction to make. So I actually started the day with a tiny bit of energy. And of course it was 5 a.m. So the first thing I did was turn on my computer and make sure everything was properly working, one, and try to get on GTA, two. And the entire time I was doing it, I was like, I am so tired. I would just like to sleep more. I need to go back to bed. But with having slept in the other day, I was like, it's probably safer to just do this. And so I flailed around on GTA doing nothing productive, basically just trying to wake up until I started getting ready for the day. I had just kind of that morning burst of, okay, I'm ready to do things now, for about 47 minutes, and I cleaned up a little bit of my room. I did laundry. I cleaned some of the plates and stuff, but not the silverware, and now there's more plates and stuff in there because I ate food today. So that was fun. At about 10 o'clock, actually about 10:30, I went over to my coworker's room, talked to him about where the UNC video was, figured we were behind. Yeah, we were. But I just went back to my room, grabbed my phone, called the major, said, hey, let's put it off till tomorrow. Then I might be able to show you something. He goes, look, just come in next week Wednesday and have something really, really nice for me. We'll call it at that. You guys take your time with it. I know you've been rushing. Because I didn't want to dwell on it, but I was like, yeah, me and him have both been doing late nights. Me, because I have this kind of stuff and it keeps going wrong and taking forever. Him, because he's working on the video. I take afternoon shifts so that I can do this stuff for you guys. So we've both been having late nights for various reasons. And we were both just drained. I mean, my coworker's insane. He'll stay up until like, not even 1 a.m., like 5 a.m. And then like sleep for like half an hour and then go about his day on 3 rock stars and a bang. I don't know how he's alive. But it's good that he is, because he's very helpful on the video. Once I was done calling the major, me and him just put our heads together and tried to sort out the video best we can. Gonna do that again tomorrow. But tomorrow we have a 9:30 meeting, which is called a sync. S-Y-N-C-E, not S-I-N-K. Did I just spell sync with an E? Okay, give me a rain check on this one. It's 9:16 at night, and I am so tired. I will probably not be editing this one very much. Oh shoot, I was gonna recommend a different song. It'll save me a good 10 minutes worth of sleep if I don't recommend it, so I'll save it for the next video. Anyway, we worked through the video by about, I want to say 12-ish. I went and got a lunch break, brought the computer back with me, and he went out onto the town. Him and another coworker went and checked out like a market, because the restrictions have been lifted on us a little bit. We get to move around if it's essential and if it's safe. So we get to go on walks outside as long as we're not in like a public gathering, and we can be in open air markets is like the most public thing we can be in. So they went to one of those and grabbed some fruit. One of my coworkers brought me grapes, which was awesome. I very much look forward to having some of those instead of chips and uh, salted peanuts all the time. So those are actually gonna. I'm legitimately excited to have those. They're big and purple. They look nice. But yeah, they got back from that, gave me the grapes, and the whole time, well, not the whole time. Uh, I had the lunch break at 1. I probably started playing around 3. I can't remember what is. Oh, I think I was I still cleaning? I know at one point I was having a dance party because I was listening to music, and I legitimately got tired because I haven't done anything in so long. Uh, so I think that might have been the dance party period. But I started playing GTA again at 3, and honestly, I just kind of did whatever I wanted to do. Normally, I have like a set mind, like, okay, I'm just gonna grind for money, grind for money, grind for money, grind for money, or like, oh, I'm gonna get this car, or I'm gonna get that car. No, I just kind of did the missions that I wanted to do. I went driving around, I messed around, I bought some cars that I was thinking about. I don't think any of them so far have been good. Let me see. I bought a Dodge. I bought a Dodge Challenger, which you can convert into a Dodge Daytona, that classic NASCAR racer car with a giant wing. You know the King from Cars, that car. I don't even know what it is. It's kind of like a Ford Bronco mixed with a Hummer. That was kind of cool. And then I got one other car. I can't remember what it was, which probably means it was inconsequential. Oh, it's a no, it wasn't an Infinity. It was a Nissan. Same thing. It was a Nissan 370Z with like armor on it and like a front shield. Like it was just random stuff, completely random. Normally I'm like, I want to get a luxury car or something like this, because in the game I have different places that I own, little agencies. I've explained that previously, and I like to have cars in that kind of place that kind of fit that theme. So like I have one that's like a celebrity solutions agency that like runs little missions for various people around town. Like I don't know, excuse me, taking out enemies or going and finding a lost possession. And it's rather fancy. It's one of the higher income things. So in that I have a really nice Escalade slash Suburban. I have a Bentley in there. I have I think it's technically a Jaguar, however you pronounce that, supercar. I don't know what, but it looks like a Dodge Viper, so I just call it a Dodge Viper. And I just threw the Infinity in. Infinity. I keep seeing Infinity. I always say Infinity for those Nissan 370Z cars because the Infinities are cheaper and I think nicer. And my dad had one, and my brain always goes to it. So ignore that. But I threw the Nissan in there as well because I didn't know where else to put it. And like I have a house in game where I have like a I don't know, like a Chevy, another Chevy, and a Ford F-150, like, and just random like base, normal people cars. And I have an auto shop where I have like race cars specifically, and they all have like liveries. I put the Dodge Daytona in there. That's what I kind of like to do, is to collect cars for kind of like that mindset. So when I'm doing those missions that are kind of maybe more centered around racing or centered around kind of exciting firefights and get away from these people shooting at you, I'll have my armored cars for those ones. I kind of like having that. It's an interesting system, and as much as the game does have a lot of content, a lot of your time is spent in an open world. And in open world games, you have to find ways to have fun. Especially once you've put a lot of time into it, it can be kind of tiring. So buying different cars is a good way to keep spicing it up. So you can kind of come back to old cars you haven't driven in a while and kind of feel that fun again. You can buy new cars once your old cars get boring or don't do the trick for a particular reason. Or if you have friends, which I don't, well, I do, but they don't play GTA. If you have friends, you can race them and do stunts and stuff around the city, and having different cars is fun for that. So it's just kind of my way of continuing to have fun with it. So was a good play session today. Just kind of do whatever, because I didn't have a set goal. There was no particular aim for the day. I just kind of turned on the radio, drove around town, made some money, bought some things. It was all right. It wasn't quite as fulfilling as when I bought the Ruiner, or when I got that the Paragon, or that Bentley I was talking about. But those were big days. Those were days where I had big goals and I accomplished them. This day was no goals. Still accomplished some stuff, but I didn't have anything set, so I just did what I liked. Anyway, yeah, I just did that until now, because I've been grinding on the video for days straight. As much as I have still been getting on GTA regularly, I have not been, putting in time on it and getting to have fun to myself. So it was nice to do that for the first time in, I think, 4 days, something like that. I mean, that's pretty fair. I should probably go that long normally for spending a ton of time on games, but I don't know. I'm a gamer. I'm too MLG for that. Anyway, that's really all I got up to today. I'm not going to throw anything extra on here, even though I say that every time and I throw on extra things like I'm doing right now. I'm not going to throw anything extra on this video because I want to keep it short, upload it, and get to sleep. So, thank you very much for watching. Whatever time zone you are, because there's a billion of them out there, that's kind of why I started this whole all of them thing. Just good whatever. Whatever time zone you're in, whatever area you're in of this world, whatever hemisphere you're in, whether it may be necessary to say good morning, to say good afternoon, to say good evening, or to say good night, whichever one I should be saying, put that one right in there in that little blank space here. And I do sincerely hope it's good. I really do. Good days it's always the goal. Every day can be a good day if you make the best out of it. Alright, thank you for watching all the way to the end. This has been Overlord Pop-Tart, a guy who really thinks that he should probably put that name earlier into the video. Keeps forgetting to. And I'll see you in the next one. Stay frosty. Hi, Grandma.